Hello fellow YouTubers, this is your boy Director Chill. Today we have something special going on. We have an interview from a professional licensed counselor. So if you ever had any questions what counseling is, what do they do, maybe you want to be a counselor one day, stay tuned. We got it right here. Director Chill, Slapping TV. Welcome to Slapping TV. Can you tell me your name?
Demetria Carson.
And where are you from, Demetria?
Kennesaw, Georgia.
Alright, sounds good. What do you do for a living?
I am a licensed professional counselor.
Okay. What kind of counseling do you do?
I'm in the mental health field. There's lots of different counseling you can do, but I am now in the leadership role, so I do more oversight than I do one-on-one counseling.
Awesome, awesome. So how did you get in this type of business?
I decided to go back to school after 9/11.
Oh wow, that's incredible. What kind of education is required for this?
You need your bachelor's degree, either in, well, mine's in criminal justice in the forensic field. So you could also do psychology. There's lots of people that do psychology, and then you do have to go get your master's, and it needs to be from an accredited school, what we call KCREP. And then after that, you get your license. If you want to do one-on-one counseling as an LPC, you would then go and get your license.
And so, did you, when you first started, did you work for the state or private practice?
I did what you call more of core agencies, where you actually go in the homes and you're in the community. So I've never really did office counseling, where we would call couch counseling. That's the old age psychology counseling.
And just a question for the fans: do the counselors still use those ink block papers and what you see? And can you tell me what that means? Because no one's ever explained it.
Those are actually assessments. That's a part of an assessment. So yes, they do still do those. I do not use that. No. Those are definitely for your psychologists. And so yeah, they are still used.
Oh, it's so interesting. So what would be the biggest difference between working for the state or like a private practice?
Well, the difference is that, I mean, private practices, you really pretty much are setting your own schedule. You get to choose what clients you are seeing. With the state, it just depends on which organization you work for when it comes to the state. I don't do really more one-on-one counseling with the state. I have my own practice for that. So it depends on which area you decide to go into. And that's the great thing about being an LPC, because you do get the opportunity to decide whether you want to do one-on-one counseling or if you would like to do something more in the leadership role. So. Okay,
that sounds awesome. What would be some good tips that you would give someone trying to find a counselor, maybe for a loved one or for themselves or family or marriage counseling? Like, what would be some tips to find one?
You can do lots of research. You can do word of mouth, so you can go and talk to some loved ones. You can also Google. This day and age, the internet is always really the place to go. I have my own counseling site, and that is called incontrolcounselingservices.org. There you can also go on the state websites, dbhdd.ga.gov, and those will give you different places to be able to look for counseling if you have insurance. You can also just look on the back of your insurance card and call the 1-800 number there, and they'll be able to give you the counselors that are in your network.
Very interesting. I did not know any of that. So that's awesome. I mean, it seems like, I always feel like a lot of people either scared of counseling or they're too prideful for counseling, but what advice would you give to an individual who is seeking counseling?
I would say keep an open mind. You may not get the counselor you want in the beginning. You know, there's a lot of different reasons why people decide to go into counseling. But counseling is not easy, and you have to be ready to face the truth. And if you're not ready, that counselor, if they're a good counselor, they'll be able to help you face that. But just keep an open mind, and you may have to go and search for a couple of counselors before you do get the one that really suits you. You're building a relationship just like with anything else. So sometimes you don't get the right one in the beginning.
That's awesome. Now, is there a particular method as far as time-wise? Like, can someone just do like one consultation and be done, or is it something that they need to do over a period of time? I mean, in your experience, what works best? A long stretch of time?
It depends. It really depends. There is no cookie cutter counseling. There's no one size fits all. We do have different counseling styles. We have what we call theories. There is a type of counseling called DBT that is a set amount of sessions, and a lot of times that works well for individuals with insurance because you get 12 sessions, and with that there is certain interventions and certain things that you do. So you know when you'll start and when you'll end. The type of counseling I do can be a little bit more open-ended. I work with a lot of I work with a lot of ADHD individuals, depression. They can be suicidal. So that can take a little bit longer. I do life coaching as well, so that can be continuous. It just depends on what you are needing. And what works for you. I would caution individuals with having just this set goal of I'm going for 5 sessions and that's it. Unless financially you can't afford it, just be willing to go as many times as you can.
Okay, that's great advice, great advice. Well, we definitely appreciate it here at StatePrivate TV. One more time, can you give all the fans the website they can go to for your information?
Yes, they can go to www.incontrol, and that's controlcounselingservices.org. Thank you.
Thank you very much.